there! Welcome to Lesson 7 in the series to learn programming in Scratch while learning more about our beautiful country, South Africa. Today you're going to learn how to use blocks in Scratch to emulate echoes in the Cango caves. The Cango caves, the underground wonder of the Little Karoo, lies 29 kilometers from Oudtshoorn in the lovely Cango Valley. Nestled in a limestone reef parallel to the famous Black Mountains, you will find the most beautiful stalactite caves with vast halls and impressive formations. A stalactite is a drip formation that suspends from the roof of the cave. The caves are more than 5 kilometers long. The caves were discovered around 1780. Jacobus van Zyl was the first person to investigate the caves, and the first hole in the caves was named after him. Lord Charles Somerset published the first cave regulations in 1820, which prohibited people from removing souvenirs from the caves. The first full-time guide, Johnny from Wassenaar, worked at the caves for 43 years, from 1891 until his retirement in 1934. He discovered many small cave rooms and introduced thousands of people to Cango 1, which is the only part of the caves open to the public. Archaeological discoveries in the caves indicate that the caves have probably offered shelter to people for at least 80,000 years. The skeletons of 3 wild cats and bats were discovered in Cango 2. It's still a mystery how these skeletons became part of the calcium formation. Answer the questions on this topic in your workbook now. Now let's look at new blocks in Scratch that you will need today. Each sprite has built-in sounds, and there are also many sounds that you can import. Click on the third tab, Sounds, above the code blocks. Now click at the bottom left to search and add new sounds, similar to searching for backdrops and sprites. When you move the mouse over the sound icons, you can listen to each clip.
Yeah.
After you've selected the sound clip, you can apply special effects to modify the sound, like robot or echo. This pink block plays the sound clip you have selected while other code blocks are waiting to be executed. The pink play sound until done block can play all the sounds that you explored before. It is a good idea to use headphones for this lesson because it can be very noisy if all of you listen to different sounds all at the same time. For example, I can use the button sprite and play the drum roll when I click on the button. Let's put a button sprite on the screen. Now link the play sound until done block to the when this sprite clicked block. To import the drum roll, click on the sound tab and then click on choose a sound on the bottom left. Choose the new sound and then select the drum roll on the menu. Now click the button. The pink set volume to 100% suggests how loud the sound should play. 100% is the loudest and 50% half of that volume. Remember that the computer sound settings control all sounds, so if the computer sound is muted, you will not hear anything. I can play the same sound clip at 100% volume and then repeat it much softer. First set the volume at 100%, then play the sound. Then set the volume at 20% and play the sound again. Now lastly, this pink block changes the volume of the sprite sound relative to what it currently is. Change volume by -10 sets the volume 10% softer. and change volume by 10 will make the volume 10% louder. Here is your challenge for today. Create a program in Scratch that imitates echoes in the caves. Save the program as Echo. Use a picture of the Cango caves as a backdrop and add 3 button sprites. Code each button to play a sound and then repeat the sound 90% softer, like an echo. Save all the changes to the program. Here is an example of what the program might look like. We will use the design cycle again to consider alternative solutions, plan the solution, program, and test. Write down any questions you have about the exercise in your workbook. Do research to find solutions. Now discuss the problem and your questions and potential ideas for the solution with your friends. Which sounds do you consider? How many types of buttons are there in Scratch? Or are you going to draw your own buttons? Label the background and the sprites in the design for the stage layout in your workbook. Now write down the steps to follow to code each sprite. Now follow your own steps or algorithm, because that's what the programmers call these steps, to write your program and test constantly to check if everything is working. Finally, jot down thoughts about what you've learned, felt, and experienced during this lesson. Reflection helps to learn from mistakes and improve your performance in the future. Next time we will play well-known songs in Scratch. Until then, goodbye.